In today's video, I'm going to share with you all the features that you need to know about TradingView, as well as how I personally set it up for day trading. But real quick, as always, if you guys do find value in today's video, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. But without further ado, let's hop into the video. All right, so on TradingView, there is a lot of different features that you can go through. But first, I want to start with how I personally set up my chart. So by default, your chart's probably going to look something like this or even with a black background. So the very first thing that we want to do is we want to right click on the chart and then we want to go into settings. Now, once we go into settings, we then want to head on over to canvas. You first want to make sure that your background is set to solid. You could play around with the color. You could do black or white. It's really up to you. I like a brighter color, so I'm going to do white. Now, when it comes to the grid lines, I hate the grid lines, so I just set this to none. That way they're not on my chart at all. Watermark, I personally don't do that. And then for the rest of this, I don't touch it. But again, you can play around with it if you want. I just personally don't mess with it. Now from here, you want to click up here where it says symbol. Now personally for my candles, I like to do like this dark blue right here. So everything on this first one right here, I'm going to make this dark blue. So all my green candles are now blue. And then for my red candles, I just set that all to black. But again, you can play around with it however you want. And sorry, you want to switch the borders of your blue candles to black as well. There we go. And then the wick, sorry. But either way, I just have blue and then black. Again, you can play around with this, make it any color you want. You can get pretty creative with TradingView. Now, also what you want to make sure, this button right here in symbol where it says adjust for contract changes, make sure that is selected because every 3 months on the third Friday of the month, the contracts are going to roll over. So if you're trading the continuous contracts, if you don't have it adjusted for contract changes, price is not going to reflect where price should actually be. And then finally on this tab for symbol, you want to make sure that your time zone is set to New York. When trading, no other time zone matters besides New York. So make sure you select that. And once you do all that, click OK. Now this is personal preference, but if we go back into the settings and we go down to events, this button right here where it says session breaks, this is when the market closes and then when the market opens back up. And then I just make it this red color right here. So I know when the market closes and then I know when futures open. So now that we have all that set up, another thing that you can do depending on the broker that you trade with, if you go down to where it says this trading panel right here, you can actually connect your broker and you can trade straight from TradingView. So a lot of the prop firms out there, especially Tradeify and Apex, which I am affiliated with. So if you guys want the best discount codes for Apex or Tradeify, make sure to use discount code Brandon in all caps, BRANDON. And I will be leaving those links down in the description. But a lot of the prop firms that you trade with can connect to Tradeivate. So a lot of those prop firms, you can trade straight from TradingView. But either way, regardless of what you use to trade, if it's on this list right here or on the all brokers list, you can sign in and you can trade straight from TradingView. So now as far as some of the things that I personally use when it comes to technical analysis, and we can actually make like this favorites toolbar right here. That way it's very easy to access. The first one is going to be the trend line. So you can see that I have this star right here. All you're going to do is hover over that and you can see that you can select that star to add to a favorite. So if I uncheck this, you'll see it will remove it from that toolbar right there. But if I want to put it back on, boom. So I like to star the trend line. I don't know why the horizontal line isn't there, but I am going to select that as well when I'm drawing resistance, support, pre-market highs, pre-market lows, horizontal ray, a vertical ray as well in case I'm marking like the first 30 minutes of market open. But as far as all of these drawings right here, that's about all I use. I don't use any of the channels. I don't use pitchforks, but if you do, again, all you have to do is star it. That way it pops up right here. Now, as far as this tab right here, the only thing that I have selected is the Fibonacci retracement. I'm a huge fan of Fibonacci retracements, so that's definitely a tool that I need to trade. As far as everything else, I don't use any of these, nor have I ever used any of them besides fib extensions. But again, if you use it, then you can just star it and it'll pop up right there. Nothing on this tab personally. On this tab though, I do have the brush selected, the arrow marker selected. But then what's also really important is going to be the rectangle and then the path. So I have those favorited. I have the text favorited in case I'm trying to type something out or show my position or explain to people what I'm looking for in the trade. And then the call out so I can show exactly where I entered. But yeah, that's pretty much everything on this tab right here. The only other thing I really use is going to be this right here, which essentially just lets me be in draw mode. Because if you don't have this selected, you're going to have to go back and constantly click up here That way you can draw it back on the chart. So you saw right there, I had to come up here twice just to click that. Well, if I click this, then I can just draw them everywhere without having to click back up there. So that's everything that I use up here. Now, when you are typing in a stock to trade or a stock to pull up, all you have to do is come up here to the upper left, click right here. And then if you want to pull up AMD, type in AMD, or if you want to pull up Bitcoin, BTC, USD, or if you want to pull up the NASDAQ futures, you'll type in NQ and then click on the continuous contract. That's how you pull up different assets. If you want to switch up your time frame, come up here and you can see that there are various different time frames that you can choose. You can also add custom time frames, so you can play around with that. You can also switch to different candlesticks, but I'm sure the most important for you guys is going to be this indicator tab right here. There are a lot of different indicators that you can use on TradingView. Personally, for me, when it comes to using indicators, I keep it very simple. I use the 8 EMA, the 21 EMA, and then VWAP. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all of those on right here. Now, the way that you are going to customize your indicators is you can see all of them are right up here. Highlight the indicator that you want to look at and then click settings. When it comes to VWAP, I do not use the upper band and I do not use the lower band, and I do not care about the fill. And then I just make it this orange color right there. And you can also make the line thick if you want. Click OK. And then as far as my moving averages, like I said, I like to use the 8 EMA and the 21. So I'm going to make the 21 EMA this black color. Typically, I would have it white, except on this is now a white chart, so you wouldn't be able to see it. So make that the 21 EMA right there. And then finally, I personally make this the 8 EMA. And for the 8 EMA, I like to make it purple. So that color right there, make it a little thicker, and boom, that's exactly how my chart looks. Now, when you're doing your technicals, if you want to hide these indicators, all you have to do is head back up and then click this eyeball button right here, which is either going to make the indicators disappear or reappear on the chart. And then finally, depending on what version of TradingView you have, you can use the replay mode. So all you'll do is click this button right here that says replay. Whenever I'm backtesting, I just close my eyes, scroll back, and then click on a random spot. And then from here, you can actually take trades while backtesting. So say I was like, oh, we're coming back to this level. It looks like we're holding it. Let's try 2 longs on NQ. And you can play this bar by bar. And then you're eventually going to be like, oh, well, I should take profits up here, or I'm going to get stopped out on this trade, whatever it is. Okay, price dipped down significantly. It hit my stop loss. Let's get out. Let's close the position. So that's a really cool feature that you can use on TradingView that a lot of different platforms do not offer. I think it's only like $14.95 a month, but a very useful tool, especially if you are newer to trading or you're testing out a different strategy. But yeah, that's pretty much everything you need to know about TradingView. So if you guys did find value in today's video, as always, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. Everybody have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.